What's up, guys? This is Papi over here from Top Trading and the Cyberfrog team. Just hanging out here. Currently doing a new segment right now. This is going to be kind of like a little run through, first time walkthrough of Thor and how to use it when it comes to stocks on that side of things. So be focusing on stonks right now, trying to see what is good. Currently, today it is Monday, June 2nd. So we're going to get ready for tonight to see what the market is, how it's looking like, how it looks like when it's going to open tomorrow morning for the NASDAQ. And we'll be focusing on a few different things, mainly just be looking at some like Coinbase, some MSTR, maybe some Shopify. I have some Kava. I also have some Intel, and then we'll see what else we find. But we're going to do a little plug-in here with Thor, and we're going to see what we have here. So this is Tap Trade, if you guys aren't familiar with this. Tap Trade is the official website for the Cyberfrogs and where Thor, the AI trading suite, lives. So here we have a couple different options here. This is the Ask Thor section. This is the main menu. Over here on the Ask Thor is where you find all stocks, Forex, and then as well as crypto pairs. So I myself am a big investor into the project, so I have quite a bit of pairs available, but we also have the ability to ask it directly here in this little section, NASDAQ, as you see, Forex, and then the address of the Solana token if you wish to trade either one of those three things. We also have a couple other options when it comes to most cryptos in the area, but we'll be focusing just today on stocks, that's what the series is going to focus on. We'll be looking at buying stocks right now once a week and then seeing how they perform the week after, seeing if we can take profits. This will 100% be focused on buying low, selling high. So hopefully we can use the math to math it out, and Thor will bless us with some plays. We're not going to force any plays by no means, but here we are. We're going to try to see if we can have some action, maybe get some entry zones for tomorrow. Hopefully we can get a dump. So limit orders are going to be our best friends right now. Set some ahead of time as well as our take profit areas. I'm going to be going through how to do a lot of that stuff. Okay. Let's get right into it. So here's Thor right here. So I have preloaded a couple different ones. I already asked Thor here. Basically, you just type in whatever you want, TSLA, and then it pops up. You'll highlight it and then ask Thor here. And then you'll pay the fee in either $2 USDC or the in-house TAP, which is their token. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Once you do that, you'll ask Thor, wait about 2 minutes, as it says here. Yeah, it takes a couple of minutes to do it. 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes is usually the sweet spot. And then you reload the whole page, and then it gives you pretty much all of the calls. So let's just break it down. Let's just jump right into it. Intel is going to be the first one I'm going to look at. I'm going to load it up right here. I have it pulled up on my Robinhood account. For this account itself and for the purpose of this trading session, I'm only going to start with a set amount right now. So Frogs right now is going to be the main course. So we are going to be working with around $1,000 right now. $1,000 is the main. I guess this is going to be the starting line. And why 1,000 and not 100? It's just because we want to diversify in the assets, while at the same time we want to make it worth our time as well. $1,000 is a great way to get started, and a good amount. Decently, you'd be able to go in and chunk things at a time. Remember, we're not looking for exponential gains. We're looking for more 10 to 30% gains is usually our sweet spot. Anything in that range is beautiful. So we want to start looking for plays that are in that area and grow it kind of steadily that way. When it comes to risk management, that's everything. Stocks are a little bit slower than crypto, so we're able to slow down a little bit when it comes to kind of assessing kind of the situations, looking at 1 week, 1 month, or 3-month timeframes. But it's totally, right now we're just going to be looking at them just from an eagle perspective, just to try to see if it's a good opportunity to buy or good opportunity to just kind of hold off and maybe see if we can get a bit less volatility or more volatility, or maybe we just needed to dump before we purchase. So remember, we make money when we buy something, not when you sell it. So whenever you're buying something, you always look for the best optimal price in anything. So let's just start right off the rip. We're going to do INTC, which is Intel. Looks like there's no calls right now besides on the 1 day. So we're going to go ahead and just take a look at that. INTC right now looks like there is a couple shorts here. So we got 2 of them. We got one at 25 looks like the range right here is going to be from 25.9 to 25.0. So anywhere from 25 to 26, I guess, to make it a little easier. That's going to be our range for entry for this short. And then we have another one a little bit above it at 26.6 and 26.4. So they're kind of tight on each other. So the way we read this essentially is this is essentially our what if zones. What if the price hits here? There's a good possibility that this could interject. This could happen, right? The action is going to cause a reaction. So if the price can hang out here, correct? Once the price jumps up here in this area, it's going to cause an effect, which should probably trigger this, causing a little bit of a dump. If we look at it from a TA perspective, we can kind of draw little lines here and squiggle, and we'll see that we kind of have a little zone up here. Now, this is going to be a very important resistance zone on the 1-day chart. If it breaks through here, most likely it'll hit this area, correct? This would be our target zone. How do we play this zone? There's different ways to play this zone. I like to play it a certain type of way. So I'm just going to teach you in my experience, or not even teach you. I'm just going to essentially show you what I do. This is my way of trading. By no means am I a financial advisor, or I'm not a guy. I'm literally just a dude that trades with frogs. So I'm just having fun with this. But at the end of the day, the math is math. And so this is my experience with Thor, and this is what I want to just share my experiences with you guys and see how if there's any better ways to do things, or there's always room for improvement. But I'm always here to learn. So just like everybody in the frog community, we're always here very excited, but at the same time we're always very eager to kind of push the boundaries on our knowledge and skills. So hey, here we have it. We have an entry zone up here. So the TA right now is going kind of on a downtrend, right? If it continues this downtrend, obviously it's going to keep on the down, I guess. Yeah. In Leon's terms, it's going to keep going down. Now, I can pull this back here and create more of a storyline. As you can see here, we have a little bit of from the top of the peak up here all the way down to this area. You can kind of see it's been very much on a downtrend. But now we're looking to enter in this area, right? This would be a good zone. It would respect it here. Obviously, if we hit this first zone, this first one right here, let's see, when I'm looking at both of these guys right here, you can kind of draw kind of like little lines. This is just how visually I'm looking at this. But when I'm looking at this right here, there's two entry zones right here. We have a short at 25.9 and 26. So how are we going to play this? The way I would play this would be entry zones right here and two entry zones. So let's say you have 100% of the amount that you want to put in. So in this case, let's just say it's $100. So you were able to space it between here and here for your take profit zones if you'd like to, correct? Now, it's very hard to short, or it's not hard, I should say, but when we are spot buying, we're not looking to purchase at this price. This is the price where it's going to cause the dump. Now, according to the data, we're looking at this. We are looking at the first entry is 25. The second entry is 26. Now, it's going to be 11% drop if it hits this zone, and it's going to be very similar to this area. So we can expect that if we hit the 25 to 26 area, we can see a retracement down to 23, 24. Yeah, we could even see 23.7 to 22.8, right? That's just a median number in between. So for myself, when I look at this, I say, hey, right now we are currently at the price of $19.74. That's the current price of what it is right now. So what we're going to do is essentially this might not be actually a bad time to buy, because we look at the invalidation zones. The invalidation zones are at 1931. The price right now is 1974. So if I were to go to INTC, look it up here on Robinhood, and that's the platform that I'm using right now. So once I look into here, I'm seeing Intel right now is at 72 cents. Now this was invalid at 1931. So I want to kind of see this right here, 1931. I don't think we ever got down to 1931. 1945, but we never made it. 1931. Nope, 1935 looks like was the bottom of the bottom, which means that these plays are still good to go, which means essentially if it would have gone below the price of 1931, this wouldn't make sense on a mathematical perspective, right? Now we can kind of see the top of the point here, so we can definitely see it rising a little bit before kind of fighting over here and then doing that 10% drop. This would make sense, right? Now, like I said, by no means is this financial advice or anything. This is me just looking at the charts. I'm looking for an opportunity. I'm looking for a window, something I can snipe and something I can grab. Is this a play? positively. I really like this play. So I'm going to play it a little bit safe here. How would I play this? So there's a couple other plays that we're looking at, right? We have INTC, KO, Kava, Shop, MSTR, Coin, Nike, and AMD. Quite a bit of things to look at right now. We can't take everything, right? So what I am going to do, though, is I really want to enter this play. So I want to buy a couple shares right now of this for the market open for tomorrow. So there's different ways to play Thor. This is one way of playing it, but by no means is one way the right way or one way the all way. Okay? For this section, this is not recommended, but this is just my experience with it, right? As I said, this is a fun account. This is not meant to be taken seriously. So let's have some fun. I like this zone. I really think it's going to hit this number if it just respects this uptrend, right? So we have, let me delete this. We have the downtrend and we have the uptrend, right? The uptrend right here. So we are now kind of, I guess you would say, in a little triangle. A lot of things can happen right now in this triangle, but we are at the bottom of the triangle as well, right? Which would indicate that'd be a good area to buy if it's still respecting this uptrend. So how are we going to play this? I would play this way. I'm going to have some fun with it. I'm going to purchase it right here. I'm going to purchase the price at market, right? So hopefully it doesn't pump tomorrow morning when the market's open. Hopefully it dumps even more, right? That'd be ideal. But I'm going to try to buy it at market price when it opens. Now, when that happens, I'm going to look at it, right? If the price tomorrow dumps to below 1931, it's not going to make sense for me to buy this, right? I could buy it, but then it wouldn't make sense mathematically because then it'd be breaking the trend. I'm buying something kind of that's just going to keep dumping down, right? That's if it loses this zone. 1931 is a big, very important zone for this price of Intel right now. So it's hovering around the bottom. It could make a move up. So this is what I want to look at. I want the price to kind of hover up here. And then even if it fights it, goes down momentarily and then rips up. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the break of structure here to kind of hit this zone and then just ricochet. What I don't want it to do is for it to go up, reject, and then go down, right? Because then it's a lost cause. This is why there's a lot of risky and a lot of different ways to play this and play Thor itself. I could wait until this zone, but if I'm already invested into this, let's say I bought it down at, $15, $5, $10, whatever, this would be a good zone to take profits because it's going to have a 10% retracement, which means that you're going to be able to buy this at a 10% discount if it follows through on the Thor call itself, right? So for me, it's not a bad area for me to take profits. 19 to 25. I like that number, right? That's pretty good. If we look at it just from a mathematical perspective, the price is down here and we're going to go up here 26.86%. That's pretty good. 25% jump from this price to the entry of the zone, and it's still valid and still good to go. So what we're going to do is what we're going to call front running. Here, we're going to take this and we're going to push it a little bit forward. Okay. I'm going to take this number right here. And basically just let's buy some shares. So let's see, we have buy orders here. We have a limit order. So limit orders are going to be your best friends. But right now, I just want to buy, right? Because it's a great zone right now to buy. And I want it right now. So shares, I'm going to click on shares. Shares, I'm going to click on there. Now, how many do I want to buy? This is totally up to, it really just depends on how comfortable you are. Either you can buy in dollars or shares. I'm choosing to buy currently right now. The account is at 1,000. I don't want to overstretch myself, and I'm okay at buying Intel at $19. That's not too bad of a price from 19 to 25. I can see it keep going up, okay? So I'm going to give it a shot. It looks like it's bottomed out here, so I like it. So I'm going to give it a rack here. So we're going to go maybe with $100. Why not? Let's do $100. Just very simple. Now, the total amount is 1,000 in this current account. Now, typically, whenever you do any type of spot plays or anything, you don't want to over leverage yourself, or you want to go. What I mean by that is you essentially don't want to put too many eggs in one basket. So you're going to want to diversify. 10% per asset is usually pretty safe. That's why we're playing with $1,000, because this is going to make a little bit more sense when we're making 10, 20, 30%. In this case, we're looking for a 20, 25% gain on this. So $100 would be appropriate. We're going to make $20 out of it. 20, 25, maybe $30. We'll see. We'll see how the market's going to respond to this section. So I'm going to go in with this, and I'm going to do 10%, which is $100. I'm going to do $100. I'm going to review the order. I'm going to be buying in dollars, and I like this, right? Here's my buying power available. I'm going to go ahead and set this ahead of time. Now, Going to review the order. INTC trades 24-hour marketplaces right now, trades a whole share for 24 market, or you can queue. Trade on 24-hour market queue. I'm going to buy it right now. I want to buy it right now at this moment. So I'm going to go ahead, hit it. Shares, 24-hour market. Expires 5 p.m. tomorrow. Perfect. Limit. I want to do a buy order. Oh, a limit order. I'm sorry. Market hours. I want to purchase it at the ask, which is 1972. I'm going to buy. Looks like I have to buy shares by themselves. So I'm going to purchase 5 shares of this. Let's do 5 shares. So 5 shares at trading hours. Let's do 24-hour market. 1972. That's what we're asking. 5 p.m. tomorrow. Shares 5, which is a grand total of $98.60. We're going to go for it. Let's hit it. I like this. Okay. So we're going to review the order. You're placing a good for day limit to buy 5 shares INTC. Your pending order. If executed, will execute as is. Okay. Perfect. Buy. Let's see. Perfect. 5 shares purchased. So now we have INTC purchase. We have 5 shares going. Average share price of $19.72. Total cost was $98.60. I like this. This is super good. I am done. Now, we have the INTC. What is the next step that we can do here? Well, for me, I want to make sure I want to set this ahead of time because I'm confident in where the area is going to be or where I'm going to look for. So, INTC right now, 25.1 is going to be the entry, or 25.08 is going to be the entry. So I'm going to front run this a little bit. I'm going to hit it at 25 bucks. We're going to do a sell. Now we're going to do a sell order. We're going to do a limit order. So we're going to do limit price. So now the price of this, we're going to hit it at $25. We're going to do all the shares. We have 5 shares right now, right? So 5 shares available. So we're going to sell 4 of those shares. Okay. Now I'm only going to offload here 80%, just in the nick that we go a little bit higher. I'm able to capitalize on a little bit more gains. Now you can play this however you want. This currently is my way of playing this. And this is, kind of what's comfortable for me. I like to always chip at 80%, and I always like to leave at least 20 to 10% just available in case we keep going higher. I'm able to capitalize on that. Okay. This is just my way of doing it, but there's different ways of doing everything, right? In case it goes up, hits the beginning, and then it keeps retracing down, at least I've made enough profits to secure a little bit of gains here to where I'm comfortable, right? So 4 shares are being sold at 4. And at 25 bucks. So I'm going to review the order. It's going to be trading hours or market hours, right? So I'm going to do 24-hour market, and I'm going to do September 1st, 90 days. I'm going to cancel this whenever, right? I want to set it ahead of time. There's no time limit on this. I just need it to hit, right? So when it hits, I don't know. We're going to figure that'll just be up to the gods themselves. September 1st is going to expire 2025, giving me 90 days out, 24-hour market. 4 shares. All right, cool. I like that. Review it. Update order. Your price is outside the accepted range. Our 24-hour market may reject trades outside a 20% range of today's INTC reference. Your price, accepted range price. Okay, so it's too high. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to extended hours. Well, let me go to market hours because market hours are when the activity happens. So I'll move there for review order. You're placing a good till cancel. Market hours. Yep. And then I'm going to put it at $25, sell. Beautiful. So estimated credit, I'm going to make $100 out of this. So this is roughly what, 75 bucks, 80 bucks? I'm going to make, yeah, I like this. Okay, cool, done. Now I have one more sell order that I'm able to do, and I'm going to set this limit order here at the second wave. I'm going to go at 26.4. I'm just going to front run it at 26. I'm not going to complicate it here. I have 1 share available. Cool. Take it here. Let's go for a little bit more. Market hours is great. 1 p.m. tomorrow. Good till canceled. Beautiful. Going to go in, sell this asset right here. Beautiful. So now what we've done is we've taken this call right now, and this is how I've interpreted essentially the data right here. This is how I've done it, and this is the comfortable way for me to do it. We've now bought this at 1974 in this area, or 1970. I stand corrected. 1970 we purchased it. We're waiting for the price to go up here, and this is on the 1 day. So this is going to take a little bit of time. This could take a couple days, a week. That's why I did not set a time for it to kind of undo itself, right? I wanted to kind of have the most amount of time available, so I'm able to sit back, relax, enjoy. I just bought $100 worth of something, and I'm going to sell it and make 25 bucks on it. That's cool. Let's do it. That's just one asset that we're able to do, but we're playing this safe. Yes, we could Hail Mary into all this, but if this entire thing goes south and it doesn't do what we want it to do, or the plan doesn't execute, then we're out of, we're SOL in this case. So we don't want to be in that position. We don't want to be in an uncomfortable position to where if we lose 10% of the bag, it's okay because we're able to recover. We still have that 90% left that's available. Now, remember, 5 to 10% is that sweet zone. That's just my comfort zone. That's how I like to play. So for the purposes of this video, we're just going to do just spot trading. Cool. So now we have Intel. This is a great place. We have it. This market value. My average cost was 1972. We're down 10 cents, but the orders are in. Margin, we have to worry about that. Upcoming here, and here's our queued sells. So we're done. That's it. No more Intel. So we're able to move on to the next thing. We can go at Co. We can go and see what we have here for KO. Looks like we have 1 day, 4 hour, and 1 hour. So multiple time frames just gives you different types of data right now. So I'm going to start with the biggest one, 1 day. We're going to look back on it, go down to long at 60. It looks like if the price hits $60, we're going to see a 7.26% gain to 65.3. Now that's just the first TP. Obviously it could go higher to 66 or 68. I always like to prioritize TP1. That's just my mojo. That's what I like to do. So perfect. So I like this play. This is giving us a little bit of information. This is a nice little fair value gap that we have created up here. It's not much, but it's going to give us a little bit down here. Looks like this would be the base of where the price was before. And if we look at history right now, it doesn't look too bad. Now, I'm going to look at it from a different perspective here. We have Coca-Cola. Perfect. So, yep, it's trading at 71.9. Let's see. Well, let's see on the 3 month. Okay, so we bottomed out definitely down here, and we're a little bit high here. So I can definitely see this coming down to kind of meet in this area. If it hits the top, it would still work. Yep, it would still be appropriate for it to still be in the uptrend. It would just be meeting the bottom side of things. So for this one, we have a 4 hour. We'll zoom in a little bit. So now we're looking at the 4 hour candlesticks instead of the one. A little bit more play. So what this means is it gives us a bunch of zones to DCA into. By this means that if I have $100, now I have 4 positions open that I'm able to take if I wanted to. So how would I take this? There's different ways of taking it. Sometimes some people spread this between 4 ways, 25, 25, 25, 25. So you split that 100 or whatever your initial is, and you would split it up by 4. Some people like to front run it, right? 10%, 20%, 30%, 50%, if that makes sense. Okay, the bottom one you're going to go heavy because if it goes down, you're going to have an average price of about $65 to $67, right? It's the power of DCA. It just depends what you want to do. If you go even 25, 25, 25, 25, your median is going to be in this, well, roughly it'll be here, roughly it'll be in this area. Probably like 66 bucks will be your median if you purchase it at this price, at an even spread here. So there's different ways here what we can do. So I want to take advantage, and first of all, I want to see the gains too. So I want to see what the predicted moves are for this play itself. The first one is going to be 1.7%. It's not really worth my time. 3.64. Okay, 3.64. Okay. 4.8%, so 5%. So at the most aggressive dump that we can see here at 65, the price will react to 68 right down here. So it would still be down, right? So it's looking to do something very similar to this. Dump down, go back up, and then once it hits close to about 68, it'll reverse down and most likely reject here. So this is the course of where the price is going, correct? So now we can use this information, kind of create a little bit of a story, and just kind of see. If I zoom into the 1 hour, is there any activity happening here at the 70 range? There's a call here for a long, but it's only 0.76. I would most likely ignore this call because, for one, there's not enough cheese on here for me to get a good bite. So I'm just going to ignore this. There's other plays to be done, and I don't need to risk money of any kind for a small little 0.76% gain. By no means is any gain bad gain, but if I'm going to put money anywhere, I want it to at least be worth my while, if that makes sense. So for this one, most likely ignore this. So the 1 day calls, I like them more just because they're going to be more time for them to play out, a more realistic time for them to play out. So there's only one here at 60. So this would be a good opportunity. This would actually be not bad to purchase this for Coca-Cola. This would be a good opportunity to buy it. I can get a little 7% gain. And then from here, yeah, I can. It could dump or it could go up from here. But once it hits the 65 zone, after entering in the 60s range, if it goes through, then from there, the action would be 65. From here, it could go even higher to 68, or it can reject and go south and dump all the way down. So we're just going to take this profit, the 7.2% profit. We're going to take it because we want it, right? That sounds pretty good. So buy order. We're going to go to limit order of Coca-Cola. I feel comfortable taking this play, and I'm okay waiting for the price to dump from 72 to 60. Okay, I like it. Let's buy a little bit of it, okay? Limit price, we're going to do market. So we're going to do 24-hour market. We're going to do this. We're going to add extend the time. 71.99. So 71. We are going to look at a price of 60 point. So the entry is 60.9. So I'm going to look for 61 to 60 would be my zone. So 61 would be great. Limit price of 60. Actually, let's do 60.9. 60.95. I'm just going to go a little bit above this just in case it hits. Actually, no. Actually, I'm going to just go straight off the rip. I'm just going to follow Thor. I'm not going to complicate it. And we're going to see how it works. Perfect. So 71 shares each. Remember, I have $1,000. I just use 100. I have 900 left. Now, currently right now, 71. I'd rather buy for this one. I feel pretty confident about this play, and I like it, okay? It's not as juicy as the last one, so I'm just going to go ahead and just play with one. Let's just do one share for the purpose of this. One share at 60.90. Okay, it's cool. Now, at $70 making 7%, you're making $7 on this play. To be honest with you, I kind of want to see two, just because I'd like to see this entry, and I want to be worth my while, right? Just to kind of get in that motion. So let's make $14 here. Let's see if it's possible, and maybe we can go a little bit higher. But the price would be great if we drop to this area down here. I'm very confident, and this is just my own analysis, that we're going to. This would be a great zone right here, the 69. If we go down here in this area, it'd be a little bit the danger zone. But if we get a little bit of a pump, even minuscule pump here from 69, the 69 would, it would, I think it'd be good. So the 69 would be the first to pass. Once we break the 69, then we go all the way down, blow through all these and go down to 60s. Yeah, I like that. This would make sense, and honestly, it'd be very good for price action. You can see here the price is definitely lagged behind here. So only so much of the data loads at a time. So there we go. Very good. So here we are. So 2 shares. Let's do it. Let's do 2 shares just to review the order. 24-hour market. Beautiful. So everything looks good here. 60.90 is what a good price I want to buy. So I'm going to review the order here. You're placing good till cancel limit. Buy 2 shares of Coca-Cola pending order if this is executed. 24-hour market. Buy. I want to buy. Perfect. So we have a order placed right now to purchase this at a certain price. Once we get it to 60, it's going to give us a little notification. Okay, let's go to the next one. Kava. Kava is like the little Chipotle, from my understanding. Little Qdoba. So it has a couple calls here. Looks like we got 1 day, no calls on there. 4 hour and 1 hour has calls. So I'm going to look at these and see if there's any worth buying right now. Now, here we have another example of a Thor call that's pretty good, I would say. Just off the rip, I like it. We're at the base of the structure here. Looks like we have a little bit of a flag down here. The bottom of these points down here. Looks like we got a little ricochet down here, but let's see. Let me zoom out. I like zooming out to the 1 days just so I can get a clear view of this, but this looks pretty down. Kava is not a very popular chain down in the southwest southwest area. This doesn't look terribly bad. I like this. So This would be a good position for me to close. Let's see if it's worth it. Oh, 85, 13%. I like that. So you're 75, 75. I'm going to, let's check it out. Kava. Perfect. Next one is limit order of Kava. We're going to look at 8166 or 81, Kava 8138. Perfect. Shares. Let's buy 2 of these because they're $81. We're going to review the order, market hours. We're going to do 24-hour markets. And right now, Kava, perfect. Review orders. Purchase some Kava. Let's see if it gets filled. Kava order place setup recurring trade Kava options. Okay, cool. So let's see if this gets filled. Actually, if I want this to get filled, I'd have to go a little bit higher. I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to the Robin. So 8166. So 81. Okay. 8166 is the ask. So we're going to go there. We're going to go to market hours. We're going to do 24-hour market. Extended hours. Let me just purchase it now. Placing it good. Yep. Buy now. Perfect. There we go. Cool. So we now purchased Kava at 8166. We now have 2 shares here. Now we have the shares. So, oh my God, actually, this is the wrong way. I should not have bought it here. I got ahead of myself. I got mixed up with the last one. No. I want to purchase at 73.84 and I want to take profits at 85.22. So, okay, it's okay. I'm going to go here. I'm going to sell all shares, everything, estimated credit. I'm going to lose a little bit of money, but I'm going to sell the shares now. Okay? Let me see here. I'm going to cancel this. Let me do sell order of shares, sell both. $81.73. Perfect. 2. 24-hour market, review order. Okay, so I'm going to sell these. Am I doing this wrong? Let's see. $81.66 is what I have to sell it at. So sell order, limit order, $81.66. Sell, 81.66. 2 shares. Market hours, 24-hour market. Good until close. Review order. Yep. Perfect. So I'm going to add this into the FF. Just going to refresh it just to double check it didn't sell. Let me see. 2 shares available. Sell all. So here we're going to look at the last sale was 81.66, the best bid, best ask. So the bid is 81.30. So I'm just going to sell this at 81.30. 81.30, 2 shares. I'm going to take a little bit of a loss, but that's just my bad because I wasn't paying attention. I got myself confused here. It's always good to double check the things you're doing just to make sure you don't make any mistakes. 24-hour market, everything looks good. Sell Kava. Let's see if this goes through. I think this should go through. And it should. Okay. Shares sold were 2. Okay. So, okay. Let's rewind back. So let's go back here. Kava itself. Now, Kava, we want to buy this at a price right now. We think it's going to dip. So 75.1 will be my entry zone here. So $75. So 75.1, I'm going to do a limit order and I'm going to purchase at 75, I'm sorry, 0.1. And I'm going to purchase 2 shares at this price during market hours. Let's do market hours, good until close, and cool. So it's going to cost me $150. I'm going to review the order. I like it. 75.10 is good. I like that price. Cool. 75.10, buy. Perfect. So now we have these good to go, essentially. So now we're going to wait for these price to trigger, and then we'll exit at 85.227. So we'll play these out and see how they go. Let's see what else we can move on. We can do one more here, just for the sake of the portfolio. Currently, we are liquid in $700, so we can make a little bit more. See what else is out there. Shopify is another one. Oh, login failed. Let me re-log in here. I must have staggered too much. Oops. Oh, I have cap lock on. So let me go here. Let me sign in real quick. And let's see. Perfect. Okay, we can go back to Shopify. Let's see. We have a 1 day and a 4-hour call for the Shopify itself. Holy moly. So this is going down. Looks like Shopify right now is a little bit looks like a little bit too pricey, but it looks to be on the downtrend. 106. We could see a retracement down to 82. You can look at the 1 day chart right here. Let's see. Yeah, maybe like a 90 retracement. 72 could go. If we hit the 117 here, we could see a retracement as well downwards. So this will shoot us upwards. Obviously, the top ones would shoot us down. So let's see. Is there anything that Shopify, do I really want to buy this, or do I want to kind of wait for a better entry zone? We have, wow, 20% gain on this guy right here and an 8% gain here. So this is going to be different ways to play it. I really like this price. This seems really good. If I'm going to take a risk at 73 to 72 bucks, I really like this price of 87. 87 would give us a 20% gain, a little under 20%, and that'd be good just for a spot bag itself. Very, very juicy. I like this. So we can go ahead. This might be a couple days for it to play out. Let's see if the 4-hour there's anything juicy there. Let's see. We have a 13% and a 16%. So from 83 to 81, 78 to 77, 83 to 81. Let's see. Do we have anything here? 83 to 81. Yeah, it looks like this might be pretty prime. This looks really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set an order to buy a share at this price. Let's buy 2. Why not? We have a little bit in here. So let's go ahead and do Shopify, right? This is Shopify here. Beautiful. So we're going to not make the same mistake we made earlier. I'm going to do a limit order. I want to purchase this at 73 to 72. So I'm going to hit it at 73. 73 sounds like a great price to buy this at. I really like that. I'm going to purchase 2 shares at that price. Market hours. Yep, I'm going to look at market hours because obviously that's when the moves happen. Or the most moves, the most volatile time is market open. And I'll leave it open until September. Give it some time. 2 shares at 73, limit order. I like it. Let's buy a little bit of Shopify. Very bullish on Shopify. A lot of these stocks are ready to rip, especially with a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. Like it or not, whoever's in charge, actions are happening, so we have to capitalize on these actions, right? It's dumb for us not to. Opportunity is just a step away, regardless of who's driving the reins, right? So that's how we look at it here with traders, unbiasedly, and we just look at the math. That's all we care about is the math. If the math works, then the math works. We don't care who's in charge, who's the president here now, then whatever. We just know when we have direction, we have some kind of action, we're going to have results. We don't fight the whales, we don't fight the currents, we ride with them. It's as simple as that. Shopify 106, perfect. We got some entries in. I got the limits order. I like this. This is a good price, 70, 73, 72. Let's do a little bit of rock and roll. 20% gain. I'll take that. From 2 shares, that's going to be a nice little chump change. Let's do it. More taco money. Let's go. So next one, we'll do one more here. So we have 4 that we're kind of looking at right here. We have MSTR, MicroStrategies. We have Coinbase, Nike, AMD, and then obviously Coinbase twice. So I must have signaled it twice on accident. So Coinbase looks a little bit, I just want to look at it too, just to see if there's any momentum. It's a lot of momentum going on Coinbase right now. Obviously, price right now is at 250. It could go down to 64. We'd have 133% gain here. This is a monster play right here. If we ever were to see Coinbase drop this low, yeah, we can definitely see the rip. I could see that to 161 would be insane. But the math would math, because imagine this is what it looks like, and the play on this would be down, up, down, dump, flash dump, and then go back up to around the 161 area, right around here. Yep. And then what do we have here? We have the start of a downtrend. Maybe we could see something go this way. I don't know. Could be a possibility, but now we have information. So if this were to happen, where Coinbase starts to kind of deteriorate on this end, then yeah, let's take this. This would be a very probable and very proper play to do, right? So why not? This could be a good opportunity to get some good ones. So let's do it. Coinbase, I like it. Let's just double check though. I want to look at the other time frames. The 4-hour one, it's got something that is currently active right now. Currently, we have a 5% gain, 244 to 257. Do we want to take this? We could. We really could. Is this going to play out? It's out of range right now, so obviously it's too late. We're not going to chase anything, right? The opportunity to buy this was earlier, and we did not capitalize it because we did not see it. But it's okay. It doesn't mean we chase. We let it, okay? We'll let it have its course of action because it's almost there at the course of action anyways. 257 is coming up pretty close here. 257 would go up to this area right here as well, which would make sense. It would still be a downtrend if we were to nick that and then go back down. It would make sense. Obviously, we can bust through it, but that's why we take profits in that area just to secure it. Quick kills are awesome. So that's what we love. So 5% gain, not bad. This is pretty good. I mean, you're making 5% of play. It's nothing to be ignored. 1 hour. If we look at the 1 hour right now, 1 hour is active as well with the same play. What it means is when you see 2 things on 2 different time frames, very good indication that it's a very good probability that the play itself will play out the way it's supposed to, especially when you've seen on 2 different areas, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15-minute, lots of confirmations. We call those double confirmations, and we like those because those give us more solidification in our kind of our theory or our thesis that we're building here, right? Mind you, we're only using the math here, so we're not doing any emotional trading here, right? You can see I'm barely bouncing back between these 2 graphs, but realistically, it's already doing the math for you, so I don't have to go out of my way. Instead, I just now analyze the data in front of me. So Coinbase, good, yeah. This looks like it's a good little break. We could also hit this area here, 269. That could be a retracement about 4.6%. But right now, looks like the train already left the station, so we're not going to chase it. We're going to move on to the next one. Like I said, Coinbase is very good to buy at this price. Will it get to this price? It could. It could not get to this price. But if it is, we will be ready to buy some. And we will sell it at 161. So I'm going to go ahead and we are going to limit order, and I'm going to put it in for $69. 69. Do it for the culture. $69, and I really like this play. I think it'll be good. So I don't want to tie up too much of my money either. When it comes to stocks and stuff, it's going to be a little bit slower than crypto. You have to also think about time. Time is another asset to you. Now, time not in the regards of time is how long will this play or how quickly will I make money, but time is in if I lock up X amount of funds, are these funds going to be put to better use elsewhere during that allotted time to which I lock these funds up? If this course is to happen. Remember, this could not happen at all, and we would have just wasted the time. But in the case it does, we want to be prepared for it. So it's a double-edged sword here. So we want to, as always, follow the same rule. 10% is usually the kind of the range on there. Obviously, we've been doing 100 to 150 last couple plays, but it's okay. $1,000, so we're going to play with it. So I can do 3 for 200. No, it's too much. 2 for 138. Okay, let's do 2. I'd be happy with that. Especially if we're looking at 133, this will definitely be looking at a double. So do I want to double essentially my 138? What sounds fine? I'd be comfortable with risking 138 to double it. That sounds pretty good to me. Especially when we have $1,000. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, so I'm going to leave it as it is. $69 is great. Shares, market hours, beautiful. September 1st, because this is going to take some time to play out if it plays out, but we're going to be ready. Review the order, buy 2 shares, awesome, beautiful. It's kind of a theme here you're starting to see kind of in this. I don't put all my eggs in one basket. I'm going to do 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. I'm going to kind of sprinkle things everywhere because we are going to be taking this on a weekly basis of how far away we kind of view kind of these plays, right? We're going to be checking in weekly every Monday from here on out. So from here, next Monday, we're going to reassess and say, hey, did this work out or did this not work out? From here, we're going to figure that out. So beautiful. So we have Shopify in. We have some limits here. Queued. Perfect. So let's see. We have individuals. So we have 2 and 2. Nice. I just want to make sure. Yep. So our plays are in. Awesome. All right, Coinbase, I'm sorry. Okay, see, this is where I'm making mistakes because I'm not supposed to be doing this. 69, yep, I was on the wrong one. So essentially, don't do what I just did. 73 is the proper one for the Shopify play that we just did, right? This is Coinbase, so I'm on the wrong ticker. Things like this happen, so that's why I want to double check on everything. There's Coinbase 250. Okay, this is going to make a little bit more sense. Obviously, buying 1 share of these is going to be $250, but remember, I don't want to buy it at this price, right? I'll do a limit order. I'm going to go down to Coinbase, and I want to buy it at 69. Now it's 69. Yep. We're going to purchase 2 of these. Market hour. We're going to do market hours. We're going to extend it, and beautiful. Now, this could be a while till this hits, if it hits, but we're going to see. We're going to purchase this at this price. Beautiful. Coinbase, queued, good to go. Awesome. So, I'm going to move over here. Let's see Nike. Is Nike doing anything cool? Let's see. Looks like we timed out on this again. I'm being a little slow here. Let me just sign into Thor. Let's see. Nike looks to have a couple plays in the 4 hour and the 1 hour. Now, couple different things that we're looking at, right? We're looking for basically base of structure, see if we can see anything kind of on that eagle view. 4 hour looks like it could go deep, very deep. $55 Nike, $53 Nike. Okay, so 55 to 53 is our range. It looks like that's as low as it wants to go. 55, 53, I'm looking at 61, 55, 53, 57, 56. Okay, so in the anywhere from 50, looks like anywhere from 50 to 56 is going to be the time to kind of like buy Nike very aggressively. Now, 4 hour, I'm going to keep it to the biggest time frame because I need time, right? I need time to make this happen. While at the same time, I don't want to micromanage this play. If you go into the smaller time frames, you're going to be looking at it a lot more risky in that sense. 4 hours and 1 day, you're going to take longer to play out, which gives you a lot more grace period for you to kind of react or make updates about this as it goes on. So we're going to see how things go. There's 2 plays here, so we're going to play this very, very simple. Nike, I want to buy this not at $60. I'll buy this and these 2 locations. Now, this is exactly how we're going to play this. We're going to put 2 orders for Nike. one at the top and one at the bottom one, and we're going to buy 1 share of each. Now, I can go ahead and buy more. Nike obviously isn't going anywhere, so for the sake of this video, let's buy 2 and 2. Let's make it a little bit more risque, but I like Nike for what it is. We have $425 left to invest, so we're going to see how this goes, okay? We're going to go to NKE, Nike. Cool, 60 bucks. Okay, cool. We're going to do a limit order here. We're going to put in the price. The first price right now, we're looking at these 5%, 6%, 7.4%. Cool. I like these numbers. These are pretty cool. Now, actually, let's switch it up a little bit. Let's try a little bit of a different strategy. I really like this bottom one, but I don't want to miss out on the top one. So we're going to have a little bit of fun here. What we're going to do is we're going to do 55.9. 55.9. We're going to hit that for 1 share. That's the first one that it's going to hit. So the top of this box right here, that's where I want it to hit first. Market hours, we're going to do market hours, 1 share, good till September, limit order, beautiful. Review, I'm going to purchase 1 Nike at this price. Beautiful. Now, going to go done, we're going to do limit order, and now we're going to open up on the second one. We're going to do 54 bucks. 54 bucks here, coming in at 3 shares, because we want to do 4 total. But I want to DCA into this a lot heavier in this bottom range, just because I feel more comfortable in that area, right? That's the bottom of the bottom. So from there, if it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, it's a good chance it might break through here. But even if it does and it absorbs this, I'm able to kind of take the median range price in that sense, which is going to allow me to just have a better position. Let's see. I'm going to do September 1st, 3 shares, 54 bucks, limit order. Beautiful. I'm going to go in and buy. Perfect. So now we have 2 orders queued up for Nike. I think right now this is probably a lot. We've done a lot of kind of like deep diving into THOR, how it works essentially with the stocks themselves and how it does the math for you. The AI is obviously putting in that work for you, so you don't have to. But at the same time, we always analyze all the plays themselves because we are human. So we want to make sure that the math is mathing and we're able to kind of decipher this information to where it makes sense to our portfolio size and the risk, and we mitigate everything so we're able to not be too spread too thin, all eggs in one basket, hence. So here we are. We have 207 bucks left. We've spent roughly 800 bucks today just doing some shopping, but I'm very, very happy in the positions that we're in right now. The current stocks we're in right now that we have is I have the list here. But obviously we have, INTC, Kava, we have Coca-Cola, we're spread out very, we have a lot of stuff that we're buying and a lot of stuff that we're doing right now. We have Intel, we have tech, we have food, and we have consumer. Coca-Cola, another food. We also have Coinbase, so we have a little bit of crypto in here, Nike, retail. This is a pretty diversified bag itself. The bag itself is very it's a little bit everywhere, which is good. I like it. I think it's very good to diversify in this way too. And if you're playing stocks, it's a different game than crypto. Here, there's different sectors get affected by different things in the market, a lot of human emotion, reaction to Wall Street. So we're going to play this as simple as possible and not overcomplicate it. Let's see what hits. Let's see what doesn't hit. But at least we know that we have orders set. We have some shares bought, 5 shares of INTC. Other shares are waiting to be bought. So let's see what triggers throughout this next week. We'll revisit this on Monday. And then from there, we'll see essentially where we stand at a loss, at a gain. Obviously, I am very comfortable with losses. So I would rather prefer the prices go down. It gives us better entries. We make money when we buy, so we want things to be cheaper, even if it means taking a little bit of a loss in the short term for a maximum gain later on. So these are all U.S. stocks, like I said. We might diversify into more things, but 6 assets right now is quite a bit of things to kind of hold. 200 bucks left, just a little bit of liquid in case we see more opportunity to buy in the dips. And this is how we're just going to play it, right? Let's see how it goes. Once again, thanks for coming and showing up. Really appreciate you guys and everything. We're going to leave it as it is, six pairs, and then we'll see you next Monday.